Welcome everybody, it's Tellum, and in this video we are going to be talking about the Darkest Shore and its story, but we're going to be talking about something the description said about the Darkest Shore, because ever since we got this description for the Darkest Shore, it's kind of been nagging at me, just kind of making me question what's exactly happening here, because at first when I saw this description, I thought it was just bad writing, but then I gave it some more thought and I thought, wait, maybe there's something more to this, and I'll explain that right now. But first, let me have you guys understand what exactly the description said, and in fact I'll just read you guys a small part of it, or at least the important part of it. So what it says is, the Darkest Shore follows our heroes into the next chapter of their journey. Only days after the horrific disaster of Middleburg, the crew has received intel that suggests Dr. Straub is on an island just north of Germany. So of course there's more to that, but that's the only important part. But this is strange at first. I thought it was just strange and lazy writing or something like that, because the problem is there is no reason for our characters to be chasing down Dr. Straub, and that's what at least seems to be the main goal of our characters going to this island, the Darkest Shore, or Heligoland, whichever one you want to call it, because that's just not our character's goal, because they are supposed to be working for the MFAA. The MFAA stands for the Monuments, Fine Arts, and Achievements Program, and for the people who don't know, those people went behind enemy lines, namely the Nazis, and went and stole back the art that they had stolen. They're Robin Hood pretty much for art, and that was their goal. So why exactly are people a part of the MFAA chasing down an evil Nazi doctor? Is he running around with some stolen art with him on, and that's the reason we're chasing him? And even if he is, this guy seems pretty high up there for, I guess, some random people just trying to get art back. It seems like something that somebody higher up and, like, I guess more skilled at this job should be doing, especially if it's on Heligoland, which we are pretty sure that's the island the Darkest Shore is going to take place on, because that was no secret that was a Nazi facility and they bombed the heck out of that place, so why not just do the same? And because of this, I thought it was just bad writing. I thought, oh well, I guess the MFAA was just something that they introduced to kind of relate to real life, and now they're completely tossing an idea, or it was that, or that the description isn't completely accurate, and I just didn't give it too much thought. But then after a while I started thinking, well, maybe there's an actual reason to why we're chasing down Dr. Straub, even though it would have nothing to do with our characters' jobs in the first place. And I started thinking, well, who could it be? Is it one of the characters that are trying to do something? Maybe Maria's trying to get revenge for her brother, but at the same time, why would the other three characters go along with her? And that doesn't exactly follow with what we got inside the description of the map, because it says they had received intel, so they didn't have intel, they received intel from an outside source. So it couldn't have been anybody who was a part of the group that wants to continue to chase down Dr. Straub. They got intel from an outside source, and so I thought, who's the only person who could be giving them intel? It must be the MFAA, right? They're the only ones who should know about them being there, at least that we're aware of. And if that's the case, who is it? And maybe it's a guy that we saw inside the intro to, like, I guess was it prologue that we saw? Maybe it's him that's giving us intel. And why would he give us intel about chasing down Dr. Straub instead of maybe reporting it to the people who, I guess, what's the right word, trained for this type of work, I guess, or job, to go take down this evil Nazi doctor? Because again, it seems like it's out of our job description, because there's no reason people from the MFAA should be chasing down evil Nazis doctors. So I thought, well, maybe, and this is complete speculation, maybe one person, even maybe the guy inside the intro to the prologue thing that you guys probably saw in the video already, maybe he is not exactly the best of guys. Maybe this guy, and again, I just can't stress this enough, this is complete speculation. I have no reason to believe this besides this one description, so keep this all in mind. But maybe this guy is hiding something, because I cannot think of any other reason why somebody would report intel to us about the location Dr. Straub that doesn't want something else. Maybe he wants to get his hands on the Geistkraft energy himself, or maybe he wants to capture Dr. Straub and, like, get some information out of him about this. It doesn't sound like that far of a stretch, but at the same time it kind of is. But it would kind of make sense why we would want to send people who aren't exactly trained for this but are still doing it in the first place, because it's got to be somebody that won't spread this information around maybe to everybody else. So that is the only thing I could think of. And again, I can't stress it enough, but this is complete speculation. There's no reason besides from what you just heard in this video to even think that this is a possibility. It's just something that's really strange to me that we would receive intel to do something that was not in our job description. It's just something that's been bugging me ever since I've seen this description. I just cannot think of any other explanation besides that. Now, there is a possibility that it is just bad writing, and I guess the MFAA has already been tossed out the window, but I would hope they wouldn't do that, and that would kind of suck, and you know, nobody wants that, right? So that's just something I would like to see them avoid. And of course, there's the last possibility that this description is just not accurate to the actual story. But regardless, it's just something I wanted to talk about because it's just been nagging at me, and I decided, hey, why the heck not? It's got nothing else to do for the next 10 days till this map comes out, so might as well just throw out one prediction, I guess. But anyways, that's about it for me. Tell me what you guys think about this. You guys think this description is accurate? Do you guys think it's bad storytelling, or do you think there's actually something up, somebody a part of this MFAA, or maybe somebody has hijacked their intel and is giving them intel to do something else? I'm not exactly sure. We'll just have to see. But one thing I do want to point out real quick before I end this video, I just remind myself of it, but it's just that there's one person who seemed like he knew that we were going to go on a long journey chasing Dr. Straub, and that's Klaus. So maybe he's messing with something, because we know he's not dead, but we don't know exactly what's going on with him either. So maybe there's something going around there. I'm not exactly sure. But anyways, like I said, that's it for me. That's all the speculation I got for you guys. Again, tell me what you guys think about it. Do you think it's bad storytelling, an inaccurate description, or do you actually think there's something more to this? I just would like to hear what you guys think. But anyways, that's it for me, like I said. But if you guys did enjoy the video and left a thumbs up, subscribed, bell, shared, and watched the video 10 times over, if you guys did any of those, I thank you guys so much for doing so. But I'm going to go, and I will catch you guys on my next video.